What's up guys, it's Jetto here. I'm going to be going over the Crusader class for Defiance 2050. So this is the new outfit, the headgear, and the rest of the body. Now if you want to get this outfit, or the class I mean, sorry about that, there's two ways you can get it. Either you can buy the Crusader class pack for $19, which will give you the class, the outfit, and the title. Or you can also get it, I believe it can be unlocked. You can buy it at the Crusader, and I think some other vendor that you can unlock the classes. I went to check just a while ago there, but for some reason I couldn't see the rest of the classes for sale at the Crusader. Like a couple of days ago, a couple of months ago, I can see the rest of the classes that I had unlocked already. I could see them for sale at the vendor at the Crusader, but not sure why it's not popping out there. I want to check to Iron Demon Ranch and Nerd Republic Camp and Bloodbath to see if the classes were for sale there, but not sure if they changed something. But anyways, let's go over his abilities, the Crusader's abilities. Yeah, it's the outfit, headgear, and the body and all that. So one of the main three abilities that you get, you start out with the hammer, also called hammer time. You summon a melee super weapon hammer, has a cooldown of 45 seconds. Current level that I have it at is energy 200%, 3 out of 3. The other perks that you get, intimidate. When you summon your hammer and gain a buff that reduces damage taken and increases the threat generated by your attacks for 10 seconds. So that one only have it at 1 out of 5. I prefer the other two, Juggernaut and Invigorate. And Juggernaut, upon killing an enemy, recharge a percentage of your health, shields, and armor with a 15-second cooldown. Next up we have Invigorate. When you fall below 50% vitality, total health, shields, and armor, recharge a percentage of your class abilities with a 15-second cooldown. And up next, the second main ability is Blitz, or Vortex, whichever one you went with. I chose Blitz. I haven't tried Vortex yet, or the other one here, Bulwark. But anyways, I chose Blitz. This one basically, you charge forward and leap in the air. Upon landing, you stun enemies in an area around you for 2 seconds. Slows by 50% in PvP instead, with a cooldown of 20 seconds. So I'll show you guys the abilities after I'm done talking about them. So next up we have Harden, increased vitality, total health, shields, and armor. So I have a 2 out of 5. And Fortitude, reduce armored repair and shield regen delay. That one's also helpful. Harden as well. The other one is Onslaught. This one I don't really care much about this one, but because I don't really use the hammer that much. Increased damage for 10 seconds after using hammer time. And up next we have Bulldozer. Every time you hit an enemy, gain a buff that increases your damage for 10 seconds. Cooldown 5 seconds, and it has a 5 stacks max. So that one's pretty decent. You gain a buff, the more you hit the enemy increases, so you're free to use any other weapon to increase its damage. So that one's pretty useful. Up next we have Grit. Take less damage when below 25% vitality, total health, shields, and armor. This is another one that I liked, so I added the extra point to it so I can use that one. And then up next we have Fearless. When you activate an ability, gain 20% movement speed and immunity to knockdown effects for a short period. This one's also good, some enemies that can knock you down, it leaves you vulnerable and gets annoying, so you hate getting knocked out, increase the points on Fearless perk. Also Grid. And up next, the third main ability, Meteor Smash. I like this one. I haven't tried Bulwark yet. So anyways, Meteor Smash. Summon a meteor above your head and slam it down on your target. Meteor explodes on impact, dealing massive damage to your target and nearby enemies, with a cooldown of 45 seconds. So the maximum damage that it does is 250%. After I added all the points, upgraded it. And Bulwark, activate a shield that absorbs all incoming damage for 5 seconds or until it breaks. When the shield expires, it explodes, dealing a portion of the damage absorbed to nearby enemies. So I haven't tried that one yet. Might try it, see how it is. The meteor, you know, it's not a gigantic meteor when you call it down. It's just like a small type of meteor. Some enemies die with one hit. Others take a lot of damage. If they're nearby enemies, they also get injured. So that's the good part about it. Has a quick regen, so doesn't take that long to throw another meteor. And then Vortex, pull nearby enemies towards your location. Haven't tried that one yet either, but I'll demonstrate it in this video. Alright, so that's the Crusader outfit. The title just says Crusader, in case you were wondering. So let's see his hammer. That's the hammer. The only thing I don't like about it is that it is pretty slow, especially when you're going up against a lot of enemies. Has a jump attack. This other hold down. Some enemies die in one hit, while others it barely even tickles them, so it's not really that useful in my opinion. Because I don't really like using melee weapons. Even on Defiance PS3, was never a fan of it. Anyways, that's the hammer. Let's see the jump ability. So this one I like using it. Electrocutes enemies. Some of them die in one jump. Others just get stunned, like the tanker for example, or the other bosses, mini bosses. So that one's also helpful. And then we have the meteor smash. For this one we're gonna need to target an enemy, because you can't just randomly throw it. I think it would have been cool if you can just select where you want to throw it at, or without having to target an enemy. I think that would have been pretty cool. Let's see, let's go attack this hell bug over here. You guys can see the meteor smash. Alright, looks like no one's home here. And then more enemies around here. Sometimes there's an abundance of enemies, and other times you won't find any. Pretty weird with this game. Alright, so yeah, as you can see, he hasn't seen me. I targeted him. It's also good for sneak attacks. Call it down and killed both of them in one hit. Of course, these aren't that strong enemies, but you know, it's still helpful to use. So I like using that ability, Meteor Smash. See the hammer. And that's why I don't like using it, because on faster enemies it's just too damn slow. I'm not a fan of melee weapons in this game. Yeah. Let's see the jump ability. Took them out in one hit. Even tougher enemies can sometimes die, like raiders and 99ers. They get killed by the jump ability as well. That's why I like using that one. Meteor Smash, one hit kill. See, they weren't even that close to me and it still killed them. Really good ability. Got the hammer one more time. One hit. Alright, so let's look at his other abilities. I'm gonna reset them and just unlock the other ones to show you guys. Vortex, let's check out that one. And the other one, which is Bulwark. Let's check that one out, and Vortex. Okay. Well, let's go to another spot to find more enemies. 2 little enemies here. Alright, let's check out Vortex first. On this tanker. See if we can pull him over. Looks like we cannot pull the bosses. The mini bosses, of course, are too big. That's the Bulwark ability. Okay, so it creates this little bubble around you. Yeah, the Vortex ability doesn't seem to work on the tougher enemies like tankers, for example. So it's only useful against the weaker enemies. Not surprising though. These guys, you can mostly just stun them with the jump ability of the Crusader. So you're getting close with him, but we use the... Alright, well, I'm not really finding this ability that useful, to be honest. Prefer the other ones. I don't know, maybe I'm doing it wrong, or the other abilities are just better. This one's not pulling him over. I'm gonna have to try it on a weaker enemy to see how they react to it. Weapon that I'm using right now is a sugar injector, by the way. I had made a video how to get it and where, so check it out on my channel. Also made a video on the atomizer, check that one out. That's my most watched video at the moment, 3,000 views, so check it out. Where to get the atomizer, how to get it. Still a pretty good weapon, even though I think they nerfed it down a bit, which sucks. But I think it's still, you know, still a pretty good weapon. So I'll recommend it. Let's try killing him with the hammer. Yeah, raiders are just overall tough. Almost nothing works on them. Well, the hammer doesn't really do much at all to them. Alright, let's just ditch this guy and let's go check out the... See the other abilities on the raider. See what it does. Yeah, I'm not really finding the Vortex ability that useful, to be honest. Let's see. Or the Bulwark, sorry. Okay, so that's the Vortex ability on the enemies. On the weaker raider type of enemies. And yeah, also not finding that ability useful. So I recommend you guys just get the jump ability for the Crusader. The Blitz, that's what it's called. And the Meteor Smash, those are the first ones that I unlocked. And I find them way useful, to be honest. So I would just go with those. Alright, so this has been a little overview of the Crusader. So remember, either you can buy the pack or you can buy the Crusader class at a vendor. I think Crusader still might have it, and a few others. If not, you can just buy it for $19 on the PlayStation store. So subscribe for more videos, and I will see you guys in the next one. Stay safe.